What's up, baby? Are you single and ready to mingle? Ha! Or part of a couple dreaming of a lifelong romantic relationship, but don't feel confident you have the right skills? You're not alone. Many people doubt that they can achieve this because they believe that the status quo doesn't support it. But what if I told you that you can learn the essential skills to build and maintain a successful long term relationship? Picture this: a sunny day at the park, couples are chatting, kids are running around with tons of energy, and grandparents are smiling from ear to ear because they get to watch their grandchildren play. But hey, let's get real, Playboy, because we all know about the good times, because that's the easy part. Well, let's peel back the Instagram filter for a second. What's really going on behind those picture perfect smiles when the Wi Fi goes down? This is important because understanding the reality of relationships helps us to see that they aren't always perfect, and that's okay. But I'm all about keeping relationships as solid as rock. Amen to that. Today, we'll uncover the strategies you need to find and nurture a partnership that can last a lifetime. This is crucial because if you don't take these steps, you might miss out on the incredible benefits of long term romance. Getting wounded every day. I mean, Uncle Earl kind of has a point, doesn't he? But have you ever wondered why some couples stick together through thick and thin while others call it quits? By the way, share your thoughts in the comments below. I'm all ears. After a decade plus of marriage and plenty of family adventure, I've learned a thing or two about what makes love last. Morning kisses. Yeah, baby. We'll start with a story about my own life, about a big misunderstanding that taught me that actions speak louder than words. Then we'll talk about the important stuff that builds deep connections and how to spot them. Spotting, guiding. And if you're thinking about a future with someone, stick around for my tips on matching your dreams and goals. Oh, and I've got a game changing tip at the end that might change how you think about relationships. Ready to find out how to keep your love strong? Give it to me straight, player. So, first, let's break down character and values because, trust me, is really where the magic happens in a relationship. So, here's my experience, and I'm going to blaze the trail because someone's got to lead the charge, right? Back in the good old days, when my wife and I were living carefree, we were both skinny. This is before children, all of that. We hit a snag. One day she side-eyed my phone. She was suspecting foul play. She thought I had some other woman, and we almost had a trust meltdown. But here's the plot twist. Instead of spiraling, we spun that crisis into a trust building masterpiece. I'm very proud of that. Hey, nephew, bars. I laid down the law emphasizing trust and privacy because, let's face it, they're the very glue holding any relationship together. So there's really no room for compromise. And I didn't do this because it was about hiding stuff. It's about respecting each other's space, like tending to a delicate garden. Constantly uprooting plants won't yield a blooming garden, am I right? Damn Skippy. Now, here's the kicker. I've dished out this advice countless times, but I've never spilled the tea on the personal experience that taught me this gem. So if you can, think about it this way. If a relationship was a garden, my wife and I opted to nourish ours with trust and not suspicion. So whenever insecurity reared its ugly head, we hashed it out like grown-ups, didn't keep any secrets between us. And guess what? This approach didn't just patch things up, it fortified our bond, making trust the MVP of our relationship. So take a peek at your own relationship garden. When doubts sprout, do you nurture trust or let the rain wash it all away with sneaking around and secrecy? Because how you handle these moments can make or break your relationship's future. So I got a question for you. How do you tend to your trust garden? Share your insights below. I'm all ears. So let's shift gears and delve into another crucial aspect of relationships: emotional climates. Because let's face it, finding that perfect temperature is an art form. So picture this: you walk into a room and bam, it's either a sauna or an ice box. You got that right, nephew. That's right. Just like our homes, relationships need the thermostat of empathy to strike that balance. Now, let me paint you a picture from my early relationship days. I messed up. I had a heated argument with my wife. In the heat of the moment, I told her to leave. Now, she wasn't my wife at the time, so let's keep that straight. She was my girlfriend at the time, but it was not my finest hour. Her response? A gut-wrenching. Are you gonna put me out like a dog? Talk about a reality check. It really did hit me hard like a ton of bricks. And in that moment, it really slapped some sense into me. It made me realize That empathy isn't just a bonus, it's a lifeline. It's about adjusting our responses to maintain that emotional comfort zone that fosters love and understanding. So, what I'd like for you to do is just think of empathy as your relationship's thermostat. So, when tempers flare or distance creeps in, empathy swoops in to tweak the settings. And it's not about avoiding extremes. No, 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 no. It's about creating a nurturing space where both partners can thrive. But guess what? Here's the kicker: adjusting the emotional thermostat, it's no one time fix. Hello, seasons change, right? All I'm saying is it's an ongoing dance, a constant recalibration. So every time you sense the climate shifting in the relationship, ask yourself, how can I bring warmth here? Or what needs cooling down? This approach, it's a total game changer. Potential conflicts morph into growth opportunities and deep connections. Now, let's hear from you. What traits serve as thermostats in your relationships? How do you fine tune them to keep the vibe just right? As I said before, drop your insights below. I'm all ears because, hey, maintaining that perfect emotional climate, it's relationship gold. Ah, talk to a nephew. Bars. All right, let's dive into another vital aspect of relationship, aligning those life goals. Because let's be real, it's like playing a two-person card game. Winning requires teamwork. But here's the kicker. Sometimes that game, it gets really, really complicated. You're blending families, you're juggling finances, you're feeling stuck like you're in a maze. Plus, add in career ambitions, pulling you in different directions, health issues, throwing unexpected curveballs, and maybe even cultural differences, making communication feel like a game of charades. Enter creativity, the ultimate game changer. So, this is where strategy becomes important and meeting and talking with each other becomes very important. My wife and I, we call these strategy sessions our future planning meetings. They're like picking the right card at the right moment, whether it's her PhD or my business travels. These chats, they're like aces in the deck. Now, think of each goal as a card in your hand. Some hers, some are mine, but all are crucial for our shared success. What we do is we lay our cards on the table, we talk strategy, and sometimes sacrifice our best cards to boost each other's game. That's the secret sauce to our partnership. When one wins, we both do. We understand that. Now, let's talk about your card game. Are you and your partner openly discussing your hands? Are you planning together? Because really, what's necessary sometimes it means, reshuffling priorities to make each other better, to back each other's dreams. And when things get tough, get creative. It's not just helpful, it's absolutely essential. I'm itching to know your moves. How do you and your partner ensure that your goals sync up, especially when the game gets really tricky? Like I said before, all kinds of things happen in life. There are all different types of disruptions. How do you get stronger? How do you solve those problems? Any cards you'd play differently now that you've been in a relationship for some time, or maybe a relationship ended badly that you had some control over? Share your game plan below. Let's swap strategies and learn from each other.
Well, nephew, I'd probably need her some more roses, you know what I'm saying? Because roses really smell like boo, 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 boo.
Y'all got to excuse my Uncle Earl. He's crazy. Remember, in this game of life and love, success isn't just about your cards, it's about aiming for the same win as a couple. Stay tuned for more tips on making every move count together. And as we wrap up today's session, let's recap the key strategies we've explored: understanding values, nurturing traits, and aligning goals. They're the winning hands in the deck of lasting relationships. At least it's the best way to get started. And trust me, we've only just scratched the surface of these game changers. Think of each relationship like a game of chess. You start with a scattered board, but with thoughtful moves and a bit of strategy, you can line up all the pieces just right. Similarly, building a relationship involves arranging and grasping your shared values, traits, and goals. It's not always a straightforward journey. Sometimes you got to rethink and you got to recalibrate. And when you play your cards wisely, both the game and your relationship can be incredibly fulfilling. Trust me on that. And before we call it a day, here's a pro tip: the pause and reflect maneuver. Like hitting pause during a crucial movie scene, it's a game changer during conflicts, and conflicts are going to happen, trust me. Take a step back, assess the situation, and plan your next move with care. This simple act can prevent misunderstandings and deepen your bond, making sure every move you make strengthens your relationship. If today's insights resonated with you, don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell for more relationship wisdom. And before you go, I want to hear from you. What part of today's discussion hit home for you today? Was it the value of privacy, the emotional thermostat, goal setting teamwork, or maybe the pause and reflect strategy? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Love to hear from you. And stay tuned for more discussions as we continue to uncover the secrets to thriving relationships. Together, let's keep building partnerships that are not only fulfilling, but enduring, making every hand that we play a winning one. Peace.